As you know, America, we are celebrating the Stonewall Civil Rights Movement. The last week in June of this year will be the 50th anniversary of the Stonewall riots in New York City. The Stonewall Parade will take place in New York at World Pride. New York Pride is being designated the World Pride for 2019 in celebration of Stonewall. Our celebration fundamentally pushes that along, and every week in 2019, we're celebrating prominent gay icons. This week, there's been a name that keeps appearing over and over and over again, and we celebrate our Road to Stonewall gay icon this week. Guess who that is? Yes, RuPaul. Watch this.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I would like to thank, on behalf of the 140 drag queens we have released into the wild. If you can't love yourself, how in the hell you gonna love somebody else? Can I get an amen up in here? Now let the music play! You know, we sit up here on our little talk show. Seem like everybody and their mama got a talk show now. Yeah. Hey everybody, how y'all like my outfit? This is the front and this is the back. Oh baby.
It's the RuPaul show.
You know, growing up, I always felt like the little boy who fell to earth, you know? Like I never really fit in. Not with black folks, not with white folks, not with gay folks, not with really anybody. And it's partially the reason I've been able to move forward and navigate through some of the cultural obstacles that we all face. Now, I think our show speaks to that forward-thinking voice, that emerging voice of young people who are looking for something. It's almost like a religion or a way of life. They see the kids on our show overcome not only their personal adversities, but the challenges with the other kids on the show. You know, I used to be late to places, and I realized that I was addicted to the rush of going, yeah. Oh boy, oh shoot. Yeah, when I let go of that addiction, I'll arrive 10 minutes early just to let bitches know who they working with. Hello.
Oh, come on, Stu. Siberian tiger.
Yes. Now, to make it into the Drag Race Hall of Fame, first, you need to survive your day in court. Papa's got a brand new gag. Welcome to Gay for Play. This is the game show where you don't have to be gay to play, but it sure do help. You know, if you look at YouTube videos of me from 83, it goes back to 82. I have the exact same message in all of them, and I have, you know, there's a sort of a palette that I always say, you're born naked and the rest is drag. Everybody say love. If you can't love yourself, how in the hell are you gonna love somebody else? That's always been my platform, and I grew up loving show business and knowing that I had to have a doctrine to present myself with, and that's what I chose. We are once again reminded that the fight for civil rights is never ending. But we won't let the darkest recesses of human nature extinguish the light and hope and love we feel in our soul. As gay people, we get to choose our families. And my chosen family includes millions of brave men and women across this country and around the world. Don't with my family.
Well, look, on our road to Stonewall, how can we not take a moment to celebrate RuPaul? This year, for the first time ever, the Emmy for Best Reality Show for RuPaul's Drag Race. The first time ever in history, and RuPaul again wins as Best Host. Every week when we do our celebration of the gay icons on our road to Stonewall and our civil rights celebration at the end of June, we tell you a little bit about the person we're celebrating and a few things that they said in their lives. And we're going to do that again tonight with RuPaul. Let's start with Josie. Josie, tell us about RuPaul.
So, as you heard, RuPaul just won an Emmy Award for Outstanding Host of a Reality or Reality Competition. It resonates with me. And but more importantly, was included in the annual Time 100 Most Influential People in the World. RuPaul said, if people are saying nasty, hurtful things about you, don't allow your ego to co-opt the situation by taking what they're saying to heart. Know that what they're saying has nothing to do with you. It's them projecting their own self-loathing and fear.
Excellent. Robert, you have a quote from RuPaul.
I do, and it's just epic. The key to navigating this life, don't take it too seriously. That is when the party begins.
That's awesome. That is a really great quote. And Aaron, about RuPaul.
So 22 years before America's most popular live gay talk show. Have you heard of it, maybe? No? Okay. Well, RuPaul had her own self-titled talk show on VH1, and it was one of the first national TV programs from the U.S. that had an openly gay host. It lasted for 100 episodes, so challenge accepted.
Wow.
Yeah.
RuPaul said, "My goal is to always come from a place of love, but sometimes you just have to break it down for a motherfucker."
That's great.
Yes.
That's excellent. That is so RuPaul,
Pointedly.
too. Exactly. And Houston, you have a quote from RuPaul.
Well, RuPaul said, what it says on your driver's license isn't really who you are. You are something much greater than that.
True, absolutely. And Marcy, tell us something about
Okay.
RuPaul.
So, in 1994, he became a spokesperson for MAC Cosmetics, because this lipstick lesbian got to talk about the lipstick.
You have MAC?
Actually, no.
No, okay. All right.
But we'll say
All
what
right.
I am. Yeah.
Darn it, because we're going to charge MAC $1,000.
I don't tell my beauty secrets. Okay.
She's too honest.
Anyway, so spokesperson for MAC Cosmetics, raising money for the I'm getting tongue-tied. MAC AIDS Fund, and becoming the first drag queen to land a major cosmetic campaign. So, RuPaul said, if they don't pay your bills, pay those bitches no mind.
I got something for you. RuPaul's hit song, Supermodel, You Better Work, it launched Ru into pop culture over 20 years ago. And since then, Ru has received 11 studio albums, published 2 books, and been a spokesperson for MAC Cosmetics.
Well, I bet you didn't know that.
Won 4 Primetime Emmys for RuPaul's Drag Race. Did you know that?
Houston, wait. Houston Cypress has just, with a straight face, asked Al, did you know about RuPaul? Thank you. That's good. Anybody else?
Sure. That was an amazing moment for some reason.
That's going to make our blooper reel, America.
In 1999, and I don't care how old you were, Ru received GLAAD's Vito Russo Award, which is presented to openly LGBT media professionals who have made a significant difference in promoting equality for the community. A trend he has continued for 20 years.
That's interesting to me.
Did you know that?
In this segment of Tell Me Something I Didn't Know, what my overriding question to these facts that I'm hearing is, who is RuPaul and what is this RuPaul you're talking about? That's great. Actually, it's funny. I want to tell you a personal story about RuPaul.
Of course you do.
I have a few.
No.
I did the RuPaul cruise for years and years and years. Everybody connected with the show. I laugh when he says 140 queens released on the wilds of the world. Here in Florida, between Orlando and Tampa, there's a campground. It's called Sawmill. And Sawmill is 200 acres, and it's the largest gay campground in the United States.
And thank God it can't tell our secrets.
In 2000, that's right. We had a retreat there, and we launched a rehearsal of the show there. It was wild, and we stayed in the bunkhouse. Oh, that's a
I
whole
wasn't
other
there
story.
for that.
Right,
I don't know
right.
what he's talking about.
Okay,
Where are we
but
going
let me
with
tell you
this?
what happened. In 2009, it's funny about collecting the coin, because RuPaul definitely has that philosophy. However, one of the things a lot of people don't know about RuPaul is he is also incredibly generous. And in 2009, the show was doing pretty good, and Sawmill was owned by straight guys, and they were taking the money out left and right, and they were going to sell it. And Sawmill was probably, a gay campground, was probably going to be sold to a church and become a church camp.
Wow.
Oh, that
And we
would've been
got this
confusing.
idea to turn it into a gay co-op and find people to help raise money to purchase Sawmill as a co-op. And we had to raise, I think, like $4.6 million. RuPaul came to Little Pudunk Sawmill twice to help us raise money. Now, of course, we had association with the show and was doing me a favor. But this is out in the woods in Dade City, Florida, and came to Sawmill and did 2 concerts. And it is the only 2 concerts that RuPaul has done in the last 8 years, and in the backwoods at Sawmill. And partially and successfully due to so many people that contributed, but especially, in my humble opinion, RuPaul, the $4.6 million was raised. Sawmill was purchased by a co-op. It became the first gay co-op in the United States of America, and co-op of Sawmill will be here 100 years from now. And when RuPaul, as I look at that picture, is long gone, one of the legacies of RuPaul will be the largest gay co-op in America. And that's what RuPaul did.
Amazing.
Amazing. We had her stay in a Holiday Inn Express. He said that I want to stay in a 5-star hotel. And we said, okay, that's in Orlando, over an hour away. No, I don't want to do that. Gets dressed in the hotel room and then rides in the vehicle, and it has to be a high top because he's about 9 feet tall. And we have these special arrangements. And we had an amenity package that a team prepared for him, and we bought every fattening food we could find, every chocolate we could find. We provided about 50 magazines, including Big Black Busty Women, Southern Fishing, Guns and Ammo. Every offensive magazine that we could find, every porn magazine we could find. And RuPaul came to the dress rehearsal and stepped out of the vehicle, and I said hello, and we shook hands, and of course we knew each other. And he said, "Loved my amenity package." And just walked away. So RuPaul is definitely a very personal gay icon to all of the
Did you
cast
know
here
each
at
other?
It's Hap.
Yes,
We did not
yes.
know until I started with the show.
Oh, did you know
I
RuPaul?
knew.
You've met before.
Only yes.
Can we
have
get the
met
name
before.
drop bell again, please? You got that?
All right, so that's our gay icon of the week, and we'll continue to do that on our road to Sawmill, our road to Stonewall.
We're going to do lots of other things on the road to
If we
Sawmill.
were doing our road to Sawmill, it would be a whole different story.
Very, very
And
different.
Robert all of a sudden perked right up. I don't know.
Well, I
I'll
was
be a
gonna say,
panel at
does
the
this
porn
really
con.
run? Does this car over
Right,
here really
exactly,
work?
Exactly. All right. Follow and remember, Stonewall is going on. The last weekend in June is going to be quite exciting.